Mr. Compass says, if you say hello, I will sub to you. If you got Twitch Prime, you should be giving it to me anyway. Watching my free entertainment. It's a disgrace, I tells you. People coming here with Twitch Primes in their pocket, holding on to them. It's Amazon's money. Why wouldn't you want to give me Amazon's money? Thank you, Mr. Compass. Thank you very much. And you too, Razor2143. It's Amazon money. Give me that Amazon money. Better I have it than they. You can't give it to yourself. Thank you.
Holy shit, it's working.
Thank you, Widox AU. Thank you, Ishro. Thank you, Storm and Norman. You got to think about it, right? We got to fight the fucking system. We got to fight the man. Do you know what I mean? Do you want Amazon to have this money just lying around, right? What did they do? They took non-ads away from fucking Twitch Turbo and all that bullshit. Fucking you, the consumer. And you've got an opportunity here to take money out of Amazon's pocket and give it to somebody that actually gives a fuck, right? So thank you for the Twitch Prime, Fula Omran, Fluffy Whelp 9825, How You, Kendrew, Gaming Paul DK. You're all sensible. You're all woke as fuck. Frugy77, welcome. Big Strong Daddy Legs. Your name is outrageous. Your name is out fucking rageous, Big Strong Daddy Legs. I don't want to see your browsing history. Flamin' Az, thank you. Soul, thank you. Thomsato, thank you. Right? Together we can fucking fight the man. We can take money away from Amazon and give it to people who can change the world. Think about it. So thanks to you all.
Mate, I'm taking notes. That was beautiful.
Yeah, you see. You know, people just need to be reminded about Twitch Prime, you see, and what it's there for. So, but yeah, anyway, fuck we were talking about. Yeah, OpTic is clowny as fuck. So I just don't see OpTic being able to win against. Thank you, Jack Ryan bits. Oh yeah, they're pushing this Jack Ryan bullshit. By the way, while we're talking about fucking Amazon, they are pushing this fucking Jack Ryan shit like I've never fucking seen. I ordered something the other day. I think it was like I ordered some pencils and an electric pencil sharpener. Not my most exciting fucking purchase of all time, right? Not gonna lie. It's got, right, it's pencils and a pencil sharpener from Amazon Stationery Division. And the box is blue with a picture of that cunt from The Office on it. Tom Clancy's Jack Ryan Prime Original. First of all, he's always going to be that cunt from The Office, that guy. Always. And I thought The American Office was just overrated, and I don't think he's good. By the way, got some more subs coming in. Keep those subs coming. Get your Twitch Prime spent. The Memphos, thank you for your tier 1 sub. And Banter King 115, thank you very much as well. But, like, you know, you can fucking put it on all the boxes in the fucking world that you want. I'm never going to take John Krasinski seriously. Like, Jack Ryan was meant to be a massive fucking badass. Hasn't he been played by Harrison Ford in the past?
I think he was.
That's the level of badassery. That's the level of badassery. Thanks for the cheers and the bits as well, guys. That's the level of badassery I'm talking about. Not the guy who stares into a camera because Dwight Schrute said something stupid. You're not fucking Jack Ryan. You're not Jack Ryan at all. You never will be. Don't care how much you work out.
I think Harrison Ford played him in Clear and Present Danger, right?
Yeah, Clear and Present Danger. That's the one. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous, Vince. And you think putting him on a fucking box is going to make me want to fucking pretend that it's good? You're wrong, Amazon. You're dead wrong. I know you spent a lot of money on it, but that was not the play. It was doomed from the start. I can't even imagine going into that writing room and trying to make that one stick. Right? I can't even imagine it. Thanks for the sub there. Employed Rat 03. Best of luck with your game against Gambit there. That's a subtle one. We'll see if anyone gets that. But I can't even imagine making that fly in the fucking writing room. Right? Oh, I got a great idea. Spy series. Right, love it. Based on the works of Tom Clancy. Now you're talking. Right? We've got all this rich backstory, best-selling novels to pick from. We're going to make it is Best character, Jack Ryan, CIA operative, right? Brilliant, intelligent, but also can handle himself. Gets himself into all these scrapes. Brilliant. Who's going to play him? Right, you know that cunt from The Office who just stares in the camera and pulls a big rubbery stupid grin? Him. Why though? Why him? Like, you could have cast anyone though. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
That's buckled me the big rubbery gun.
You know what I'm talking about. He always looks at that camera that he's got one of them big fucking cartoon faces. He's got a face that's made out of the same stuff that's inside a Stretch Armstrong doll. Do you know what I mean? It's just not going to fly for me. I don't care how ripped he is. It's not his body that's the problem. It's not his six-pack. It's his rubbery head and his stupid comedy face. He can't play Jack Ryan. I need a chiseled man to play Jack Ryan. A chiseled man. Think about it. I want a jawline. I want a fucking jawline. Fuck this guy. Fuck Krasinski. Hashtag not my Jack Ryan. That's all I'm saying. Hashtag not my Jack Ryan.
I'm trying to think of who you could cast there. Like, who would be your ideal man for that role?
It's tough. I'm not older. It can skew older. Here's all you need to know. It's not even that I'm adverse to a guy who's got a bit of comedy about him, because we know Harrison Ford can be funny, right? But when he gives a fuck. But, Chris Pratt, if he wasn't as big as what he is, that would have been fine.
Yeah.
But honestly, Kiefer Sutherland's not doing anything. I know Jack Ryan's a little close to Jack Bauer, but just he can do it. And fuck off with Mark Wahlberg. You can't pretend Mark Wahlberg's a fucking intelligence operative. That would require him having basic levels of intelligence, wouldn't it? That'd be a fucking oxymoron. Have you seen that film where the plants start killing everyone? Mark Wahlberg's in, where he plays like a fucking biology teacher. It's the most miscast thing that's ever fucking happened ever in the history of the world. You got fucking Marky Mark minus the Funky Bunch in a fucking school. Yeah, they're happening. There's mate, some of the scenes in The Happening, it's ridiculous. He's like, I think it's the plants. It's obviously the plants, you soft cunt. We all know that. You're the teacher. Fucking ridiculous, dateless cunt. You fucking with his gauntlet.
There's people saying fucking Steven Seagal. I can't handle that. I'd love to see it just for the train wreck.
No, that would be bad.
Just like fucking banter.
Yeah, just like. So, we're gonna call in our best guy, Jack Ryan. I have to prepare you. He's 80 pounds overweight. I'm just the cook. Yeah, Mel Gibson's a little too old now. But I do miss Mel Gibson. I know, again, that's not a politically correct thing to say. I do miss Mel Gibson.
Mate, as an
I need
actor
to
and
see
director,
Big
he's
Strong
done
Daddy
really
Lex's
well.
browser history. I've ran out of material.
I've got to fix. My audio's coming through in duplicate for some reason. Whenever I get a donation, the talk to the fucking text to speak thing's all fucked up. So, Tom Hardy, nah, you can't have a British Jack Ryan. That's hugely disrespectful. Thanks for the sub, Sir Tar91. Appreciate it, mate. Simon Pegg as Jack Ryan. Platt Disco, you're on the juice, mate. Have a lie down. Simon Pegg. Come on, grow up. Yeah, Daniel Craig would be all right. He's boring as a motherfucker, but Daniel Craig ain't done a real good film since Layer Cake. I liked him in that. Layer Cake was fucking underrated.
What's your thoughts on him as Bond? You're not a fan of his James Bond?
I saw them all. But it's just like, if Casino Royale is the best of the Daniel Craig Bond movies, that entire era just wasn't that great. Now, you just need to decide what you want to do, right? Do you have Yeah, Idris Elba would have been a great choice for Jack Ryan because I know he's British, but he sounds proper American, doesn't he? Yeah, like you need to decide what you want to do, like with it, right? Do you want the big campy bullshit, right? I think that's all right. I'm all right with that. I didn't mind Roger Moore fucking, electrocuting some, like fucking running over a crocodile and going, make it snappy. I don't mind that. I don't mind Sean Connery electrocuting someone and going, shocking. I don't mind that. I don't mind having little Japanese midgets fucking throwing lethal bowler hats at people. Or a giant guy with fucking metal teeth biting through electric cables. This is all fun. This is all banter. Bond used to have a fucking, a feel-good fun factor. But even when it got rebooted with Pierce fucking Brosnan, right? With fucking GoldenEye. Think about how fucking good and ridiculous, like a dirty, guilty pleasure GoldenEye is a movie. You got Sean Bean, Pierce Brosnan, for England, James. No, for me. Like fucking that's the shit. Ridiculous, classic diva songs. GoldenEye. Fucking yeah, this is Bond. That era was good. This Daniel Craig stuff, yeah, it's more realistic, but it was just like the Bourne Identity, wasn't it? And the Bourne Identity isn't James Bond. The Bourne Identity's good. Love those movies. Even though it's just the same movie over and over again, it's fine. But I want my Bond to have like a bit of an almost comedic element to it. I want my Bond to be larger than life. I want my fucking Bond to be sometimes unintentionally hilarious. I want fucking voodoo priest villains like Baron Samedi. I don't want, this guy's like an evil David Zuckerberg type. I don't want that. I want Baron Samedi fucking using actual voodoo powers. That's the Bond I want, And I just think, like, I watched Spectre. Absolutely awful. Spectre is one of the worst Bond movies ever. Skyfall is overrated. Like, they're just not good films. Quantum of Solace is terrible.
Oh,
and it's a terrible title. So I just think like they just fucking shit the bed hard. They went for like ultra realism and they just didn't stay true to the spirit of Bond at all, Bond was always a bit silly. And I did tweet out that, when I watched Kingsman in the Secret Service, I actually thought the Kingsman movie was better than any of the Daniel Craig Bonds. I thought it was more entertaining. I thought it had the right level of silliness. I thought the action was better choreographed. I thought the cinematography was better. Like, straight up. Like, again, it might make me sound a little bit fucking juvenile, but I just thought Kingsman was a better film,
Mate, the Kingsman has one of the best action scenes I've seen in recent memory. When he goes into the church and
they're all raging out.
Man, that is fucking awesome. I go back and watch that. I'm like, that's so good.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Kingsman was real good, man. I even thought, like, I know Kingsman 2 was they went a bit too far with it, and it was definitely way, way worse than the first one. But I still thought Kingsman 2 was better than Spectre. So, I mean, that tells you how bad fucking, these Bond movies are. So,
is the Kingsman 2 the movie when they go to America and there's those whiskey agents or whatever the fuck?
Yeah. It's got, is it Jeff Bridges, isn't it, or something?
Yeah, and Channing Tatum as well, I think.
Yeah, Channing Tatum, yeah. And Elton John's in it. Elton John's just chained up in that fucking dungeon being made to play piano. Looking all the time.
Oh, yeah, it's got Julianne Moore, I think.
Yeah, Julianne Moore, yeah. She's great. I love her. She's done so many good movies, so many good performances. She was the mother in Boogie Nights. Brilliant in that. Fucking absolutely god tier in Magnolia. She is so fucking good. Love her. Love her a bit. Great actress.
Duncan Shields as the new Jack Ryan.
Yeah, brilliant. Jack, what are we going to do? They've got us pinned down. Not my problem, mate. Not my problem, is it? Probably should have thought about that before you fucking only hired one analyst. There you go. A little impression there. But whatever. Yeah. Thanks for the cheers there. It hurts. Right, I'm having a look. Why am I not being shown a game right now? It claims it's live in a minute. Man.
Well, I hate to be that guy. It just got pushed back 10 minutes.
Did it really?
Yeah. 10-3 at my time.
Oh, this is so bad, dude. I am already like at it. Like we're already like almost 4 hours in, and we've had 2 best of ones.
Oh my god!
Fucking beat me up.
Seriously, how many people must they have turned off to CS because of how awfully ran this has been so far? You're not going to stick around if you've never seen CS before and deal with all the pauses and shit.
This is actually fucking harmful at this stage.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, of course it is.
You had like 500k people watching on the first day, and now we're like 300. That can't be coincidence.
It's definitely not. Another idea for foreigners, Jack Ryan. Jack, we believe that the terrorist organization that we need to stop down is a spin-off from ISIS. Here's the thing. The real danger isn't coming from ISIS. It's coming from Brazil fans. They're just out of control. I'm not really getting this assessment. You're saying Brazil fans. Yep. Send in the helicopters. I don't know about this, Jack. Well, why'd you ask me then? There you go. Another scene from the upcoming Duncan Shields' Jack Ryan show. All right. Jack, you've been signing your official reports with a strange little squiggle. What is that little triangle at the end of your reports mean?
It's probably not a good question, but in BTN you sometimes refer to the ITist and I always wondered what it is. Thanks, Richard.
It's just my beak face, isn't it? It's just to trigger idiots who read the reports. I see. Beak face. Yeah. Just makes idiots angry, doesn't it? What's the eye test? The eye test basically means that if you follow a player and you watch them play, you don't necessarily notice, like, the type of mistake they make isn't one that, like, really stands out. It's like something that you have to have a much broader understanding of the game for, and that when they are put in situations where there's like the opportunity to get like highlight reel levels of kills, you know, they very often do it. You know, for example, Kusta was a player that was hugely problematic, but if you watched him, he would pass the eye test every time, because when people would rush him, you know, he would get 5 like, you know, quick kills, but like the metagame around his play style was the issue, not what you would immediately see with the human eye. So when we talk about the eye test, that's what we mean. See, Machine's actually wearing a jacket today. Right. Now we got a little Hellraisers feature. They're interviewing Dead Fox. He's just saying, like, yeah, I don't know why they keep me around either. I'm super grateful, though. They give me a bowl of scraps every day. They've got a little bowl with my name on. Just go over. Am I still playing in the team? Yeah. Thanks for keeping me around. What sickness, thanks.
Mad thing is, do you remember when he first joined the team and he was actually
good.
really good, and people were thinking he'd be like the next star player?
Yeah. I remember all the fucking Vac Sucks clips. It's hilarious, isn't it? Like, all the players that have these clips are like just players that are all like considered garbage, like Dead Fox, Sticko. Fucking hell, that wasn't a flattering close up of Angel there, was it? See, this is what I'm talking about as well, about putting the effort in. Like, you know, you're just doing the standard, oh, look, they're walking around the stadium shot. Like, everyone does that now, you know? So, these are highlights. Okay, the game's still not starting yet. Let's try refreshing it. Oh, give me a fucking server to join, for fuck's sake. But yeah, I do remember Dead Fox when he first came in the team. I mean, again, like, I'll say this, like, never just look at like a player's like stats or even sometimes like his clips. Like, what you need to do is go in and watch a demo and see all the times that like he flashes for somebody else, he deploys a really good smoke, all the times that he fucking, you know, sacrifices his own economy for the benefit of someone else. You know, because if you're in that kind of support role, fucking hell. Why is Bondic's head just massive compared to everyone else? What was that? Did you see that? It looked like Pac-Man was about to fucking eat 4 ghosts. Like, what?
Mate, he looked like a fucking orange Shrek.
Get out my team. What was that, though? His head was... He was just so out of proportion with everyone else. Like, what was going on? His head isn't that big in real life, is it? I've seen Bondic before. I've never noticed him having a giant head. Yeah, there you go. That Bondic couldn't be Jack Ryan either. Couldn't do it. Just be no good. So
somebody asked in your chat earlier, Rich.
Yeah.
Be curious to know your thoughts on this. The biggest disappointment at this major so far, I would just say this major.
Yeah, we're gonna say the biggest.
Just generally,
the fact that we're this far advanced in CS:GO's lifespan, we're still running events like with just delays, and you know, the game's got to start on time, dude. Like, number one, you know.
Yeah, this is exactly the same. It's just different players.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's clearly what they did to save time and energy was they literally just said to the players, right, we'll see you at 3:30, we'll see you at 3:45. We're just going to walk around, you know, Wembley Stadium and just film you. Do this, bish, bash, bosh, gone. You know? And then, obviously, they just film them, you know, in these, like, in the dark room, you know, talking heads. Let's just, like, one question each. Chop it together, job done. So.
I'm kind of curious here, Rich. Obviously, people know our opinion on the major.
Yeah.
I'm curious in your chat. Like, is there anybody in chat right now that actually doesn't think it's that big of a deal? Like, that isn't that bothered? Or is there pretty unanimous disappointment / anger towards this major? Because I actually view this as being harmful to the game.
Let's see.
Honestly, I view it as harmful to majors. Seems like it's pretty unanimously no. It's horrendous.
Yeah. Obviously, none of you guys use Reddit though, because I'm reliably told on Reddit that Face It are great. So let's have a look. Actually, I didn't read the comments in that new major logo. Maybe people are saying
it's just bad to me. Like, we get 2 majors per year, and one of them is a clusterfuck.
Mm. Oh, I've been name dropped in that thread. So it says here, thanks, Face It, for putting the minimum money. Thorin and Lewis already said it in By the Numbers. The less number of talent of any major and not many LAN experts having volunteers and newcomers doing that. I mean, I never said any of this. I never said any of this. Maybe Duncan did. I never said any of that. I didn't say that. I don't know how much they spent on it. I didn't talk about money. I really hope Valve doesn't give them another major ever.
It's pretty scathing.
Yeah. This guy, also wrong. I don't think I have ever seen a tournament with more delays. I mean, fuck, stick around, brother, because this is nothing really. Maybe the Paradise tournament, but this shit is unacceptable. People seem to be fine with it because a Face It person comes on here and says, "Oh, guys, it wasn't our fault." It's all right, like that guy. He's maybe the Masters are waking up. Maybe this is it. Maybe we're gonna. Someone who obviously follows Dota. Someone, this is absolutely painful right now. I'm physically ill. That's a Dota meme from the Dota subreddit. Love that. So classic bit of physically ill. So yeah, maybe we will witness a change. A change of opinion.
I'm just amazed that in day 4 there isn't more vitriol and outburst and outcry from the community.
Yeah,
like to me that's actually pretty surprising. It's also unreal to me when I read through these comments how many people think you and Duncan are joined at the hip.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
You know they're different people, right?
Yeah, yeah. I know.
With different opinions and thoughts.
The worst part is like it's always literally whenever Thorin's getting roasted for something, and like they even do this, like when somebody writes a hit piece about something Duncan said, like when he did that Alex Jones tweet, and everyone goes, "Yeah, and you should get his best friend, Richard." Like, what have I done? What have I done? Like, I'm just, I'm not him. I'm a different person. But no, I just get wrecked every time Duncan does. So,
because the thing that a lot of people don't get, and I can say this as someone that's met you both, is in person you're actually quite different people.
Yeah,
like
of course.
In terms of personality traits and like how you are around other people and stuff. So it's always mind blowing to me when people are like, whatever Richard says, Duncan thinks, and vice versa. It's like that just isn't how it is it?
No, we usually find ourselves agreeing on like Counter-Strike stuff because no one else says it. No one else has the balls to say it. Like, and again, as you know, privately, talent will come up to us and go, "Yeah, you're completely right about that, but we can't say anything. We're owed $60,000. We can't say anything."
Yeah.
So it's like, we almost kind of end up talking about the shit no one else will, and as a result, we generally fall on the same side quite often. But we've had some fucking we've had some really quite brutal arguments on By the Numbers if people want to go and see it. It has happened. Where we've had some big tear-ups. Don't forget, even recently, when I wrecked the Blast and Duncan came on to that By the Numbers, and he absolutely wrecked me. And when E-League had a delay and was going, "Ooh, this medicine's lovely, isn't it, Richard?" When you were wrecking, we've had some contentious episodes, but at the end of the day, it's like he always says, real recognizes real. So we always, come back to the center. No point in being upset about it. Right, so we're in warm-up now. That's progress, guys. Let's just have a read of this, because apparently Henny and Lucas talked about what happened in Montreal for the first time, and someone's put a translated interview up. I'm going to wager it's translated from the truth into lies. That's what I do. Right, let's see.
Put that truth to life.
Yeah, let's have a look, right? We were coming back from a tournament in Sweden on a 12-hour flight to Los Angeles. We're going to stay in LA for a few days and then go to Canada, Montreal. Henny then chips in on the next day. Lucas, I think it would be a 6-7 hours flight. I don't remember, but there is a certain amount of jet lag when you don't sleep well and travel a lot like that. And KNG wasn't able to come to the US. He stayed there for a while in the consulate of the US. He stayed there for like a day and then had to go back to Brazil, which is a 13-hour flight. It was 2 days. He was there for 2 days, just stranded. Henny chips in again. Lucas, yeah, trying to solve things, trying to fix things. Henny. I think it was because his visa hadn't arrived yet and they couldn't let him go. And then he had to go back to Brazil and then go to Canada the next day. Lucas. When he was in the consulate, he was locked up. He couldn't sleep well, and then had to fly to Brazil in a 13-hour flight and then go to Montreal, another 13-hour flight. So he arrived on Thursday, I think. No, Wednesday night or Thursday morning. I don't know. What I know is we were very lost and our timing was all messed up. Me and Henrique are very close to him, and we went to pick him up in the airport. We were a mess as well at that point because we went from Sweden to LA and then to Montreal. Our sleep was very bad as well. So we played the group stage, we went through, and we earned a day off. On this day off, we decided to just rest. So we stayed at our hotel rooms playing cards. Me, KNG, Henny, and Zach. Then we went to sleep because we had a semi-final to play at 9 a.m. on the next day. Because our sleep schedule was already a mess, we got there a little late to the game. Just 10 or 15 minutes. But the tournament crew warned us and we apologized to them. We played the semi-final and we won against CLG. The game ended at 11:30 p.m. and we went to lunch. The tournament was in the hotel, and then Henny jumps in and says, it was like a 3-minute walk to the event. We went to lunch at noon, another semi-final was happening. We were waiting, watching while eating, and the final was scheduled to 5 p.m. We finished lunch, and we said, let's get some rest, everybody. Let's get some sleep. Right. Is anyone buying this, by the way?
Sounds like pure bullshit.
Yeah, like
it?
with these guys. And I said, yeah, let's all get an early night, lads. And then Henny said, but I can't sleep. So I said, do you want me to read you a bedtime story? Yeah? Here you go. Listen, Little Miss Muffet sat on a tuffet, right? Anyway, it was 2:55 p.m. when they called Zach saying the final is going to happen now. I want you guys here in 5 minutes. And so Steel and Bolts were sleeping in their room. Henny, KNG, and Zach in another, and I was alone. This is Lucas talking. He started to knock on Steel and Bolts' room, and they managed to hurry and get there. Then he knocked on Enrique and KNG's, and they were quickly ready. We were always together, so they waited for me. No, they weren't. This has already been debunked. When we interviewed, when Steel and Bolts talked about this for the first time, they were like, we didn't know where they were. All right. We got to the events entrance and it was 3 p.m., but Henny had forgot his badge in his room and they didn't let him in. Also think that can be easily solved. You don't have your player pass, but you're in a hurry to go play the final because they've demanded you appear. You just say, please, can you get someone from DreamHack here now? And they let you in. And until they realized that we were the players that we were going to play the finals, they had to call the tournament organizers, and 10 minutes had passed by. After a lot of talk and begging, they let us go. We got to the stage at 3:10 p.m., but because we'd already been late for the semis, and because we already have this bad reputation and everybody thinks all we do is drink, we got there and we had a problem with PCs to log into Steam. That was real. We had to restart the computer twice. This just goes on and on. I can't even bring myself to read it. What a load of bullshit.
Why are they acting like they're victims when they have been caught drinking and being drunk and belligerent many times from many players' perspectives? People have seen it time and time again. It's like the boy who cried wolf. It's like eventually people are going to call you out on your shit. And even if you didn't do something, I don't buy a word of that, by the way. That sounds like a fucking 10-year-old story time in English class. Yeah. Like it's just absolute shit. But of course you're going to get wrecked.
How do they explain, like, the 5 or 6 people that told me independently of each other that they saw them in this club on their day off? How do they explain that?
You can't.
There was like some mad conspiracy, to everybody lie and tell the same lies.
But Rich, all you need to know is I'm currently wearing your "Didn't Happen" t-shirt. I think that's pretty accurate for what we're reading.
It is, mate. It is. That "Didn't Happen" t-shirt available from the merch store, which you can go. No, I'm fucking around. Thanks for the sub, John Fracklubben. Thanks for another Twitch Prime there. Richard Lewis, please change the absolute dog shit crosshair. What's wrong with that crosshair? I like it. I think it's pretty fly.
Hey. It's one of the most unreasonable things, because I stream a lot of CS, that people get triggered over. Is crosshair. It's like, can you maybe just deal with it? Is it really that much of an issue in your life?
If I tell you what, mate, who's upset about the crosshair? Indeed, this forgive. Oh, I need this for giveaways. Sorry, great account. If you paste your crosshair into the chat, I will copy paste it and put it into my thing. So I like this crosshair. It's what I use. So.
You're gonna get some mental, massive crosshairs now, dude.
Yeah, I know it immediately. Right, it's gonna be like, we'll see. But anyway, OpTic Gaming win the pistol there. Surprise.
Oh, what time are you on? I'm on 108.
Oh, how are you ahead of me? I'm on 130.
Right, I'll slow it down.
Hang on, I'm gonna do the Shift F2 thing and see if it lets me do it. Oh, wow.
And pawn.
Why won't it? Yeah, look, that should take me to the present day, where we are. But I'm on 108 now.
Cool. I've got it down to quarter speed, so
Okay.
catch up with you soon. I'm on 52.
Yeah, 52 now. I just hit, so a little bit off. All right, let's have a look
Right.
anyway. Let's have a look at this these crosshairs that people are sending me. Okay. I mean, I'm not gonna fucking use anyone except I need. Where you at? Where you at? I need. Has he not sent me his crosshair yet? I need this for giveaways. Yeah, none of these. Right, Random Panda 1248. Is that crosshair a joke or is it a real good crosshair? I'm putting it in, right? So you're gonna get fucking banned. You're gonna get banned if it's shit, right?
I honestly thought you said, I'm going to put it in and you'll get banged if it's shit. I just totally heard the wrong thing, of course.
Right. Hey, what? That's just the same crosshair, isn't it? That's just the same crosshair, mate. I just put it in. You all saw, I put it in twice. What, I have to fucking put one line at a time? What world is this? You fucking savages. Change the style for... Is it style? No. Yeah. Yeah, well that's fucking brilliant, innit? No one can fucking see it, you fucking nana. It's fucking dark blue. What good's that? You're lucky I'm in a good mood. Or you would have been getting fucking shunted into the Shadow Realm, sir.
Rich, please tell me that OpTic aren't going to win this game.
Nah, they won't. I promise you, on the almighty giant head of Sir Bondic of Swamp Town. Do I have any insight on OpTic and their struggles the last several months? I don't think the only thing they have a struggle is to fucking play the game. That's the struggle. So, you know, honestly, they're just not that good. That's... Gates had some moments at this major, though.
Yeah,
I'll
he
say
had a
that.
decent game yesterday. That USP ace he pulled off was sick.
Seems to be pretty good with pistols, that kid. The giveaway guy has posted his crosshair, did he? All right. Let's have a look. What? Crosshair? Cross hairstyle 5 CL crosshair size 1. That's his entire crosshair, is it? Why do I think I'm getting trolled right now? Okay, let's do it. I mean, that's just the blue thing again. Oh yeah, because we put that guy's colours in. Yeah, this has been an unmitigated disaster, gentlemen. Never talk to me and my crosshair again. That's what I'm saying to you all. Let's just.
Oh,
what's happened?
Woxic. Mate, I just got moist.
Once again, because I keep alt tabbing, I think it's like delaying everything out. I'm about to see Woxic do something, I think. Good play from Issa. Issa me. Mario. Or not. You can see the shadow, you know he's up there. That's a nice little flick. Gets a bomb into a no scope. Nice. Now it's all on Gade. Well, you always think someone in chat also thinks it's a me, Mario. Whenever I watch fucking Issa play. Yeah. Me and you are probably just both mentally ill then, aren't we? I didn't learn Welsh growing up, no. And I strongly advise no one does. It's a waste of time. Right, I'll be right back, Vince. Carry the stream. I've got to take another piss.
All right, mate.
You got this, brother. In fact, actually, I'm going to take a piss and then I'm going to make a cup of tea. I think you've got this. I think you can carry a stream for that long, mate.
Yeah, maybe. How did I overhype that, Christopher? It was sick. It was actually 6 shots. The problem is, I think I'm a little bit ahead of Richard now because of the alt tab. So if I'm reacting to the game, it might be a bit delayed. And I can't tell because I'm watching his stream, but I think it's a little bit behind. It's a no from me. How you guys doing anyway? Other than this major being a complete catastrophe, disaster. I can sound like a prophet. That's true. I shouldn't have said anything. I should have been like, I prophesize they're going to push onto Connector and get a kill onto Bondic. Snappy's going to kill Dead Fox from Team Main. There's 20 seconds left, guys. This is all a prophecy. And it looks like Snappy's about to get his shit pushed in from multiple angles. Oh, he doesn't have time. He's 15 seconds behind me. Oh, he does have time. Mate, if Snappy wins this with 24 health, I'm out. That's a hell of a peak by Woxic. Alright, Hellraisers are back in it, boys. Yeah, I told you, look, I'm not ahead of him, I'm just a prophet, mate. Alright, in terms of predictions, guys, who do you reckon's got this game? I think Rich and I were agreed that we both thought the Hellraisers would edge it, but OpTic have started pretty decently. I mean, Gade's having a good game again, 8-1. He had a crazy game yesterday on, I think it was Inferno, right? I've got to say, I didn't put OpTic in my pick'ems because they look so bad at DreamHack Stockholm. But I'm kind of regretting that right now. Then again, I put North 3-0, so what do I know? Absolutely nothing. You didn't pick OpTic either. Yeah, I was just like, I think it was Train where Yugi had a horrible performance on Stockholm, and it kind of put me off them, to be honest with you, because he's a big part of their team. Him and Config are pretty much like the go-to guys. Look, Aid, to be fair, seems to have had a good event so far. Well, not everyone's seen my pick'ems, Wasser. Not everyone. And I did think that Astralis would drop a map at some point, like they always do in the sort of first stage. That fucking nade. Just keep an eye on Bondic's nade, boys. Lands up the backside of Yugi as he's trying to plant the bomb, destroys him. All right, so guys in chat, with Astralis' rough start, that they struggled against Rogue, they've dropped a map against Nip. Does this skew your prediction for who's winning the major? Because I feel like at least 90% of people that aren't brain damaged went with Astralis to win the major, and now it feels like they are slipping away a little bit in my mind. We're 30 seconds ahead. Right, I'll try and slow it down then. Problem is, it's hard for me to know exactly what time you guys are on. Maybe if someone could time check in chat. I say that everyone's going to do it now, aren't they? And it's all going to be different times. Why did I say that? Why have I done this, boys? I've been around Twitch long enough. I should have known.
Right, still waiting on that fucking kettle boiling. What have I missed? Haven't been any fucking delays, have there?
No, actually, surprisingly, there haven't been. OpTic have been struggling after winning the pistol round, so Hellraisers brought it back 3 rounds in a row.
Alright, good, excellent. Just gonna wait on that.
Cajun's dropping a nice big donut of 0 kills as per usual.
Classic.
What time are you on, by the way, Rich? I think I'm ahead of you again.
120.
Right, I'll slow it down.
Fucking hell. Oh, do you know what would be absolute hell for me? If Na'Vi win this major. I'll be straight on fucking suicide watch if that happens, dude.
I'm on 55 seconds now. Am I close to you?
44. 42.
What?
41. 40. 39. 38. 37. 36. 35.
Right, we're seeing.
34. Okay, good. Thanks for the Twitch Prime there. We are the weakest. Appreciate it. Always good to see people taking money out of Amazon's pocket and putting it into mine. Much love for that. Yeah, this will be a 12-3 half now, I think. I think OpTic was so utterly reliant on the pistols. I don't even think they're like a good trained team at all. So
yeah, I think Train's a map, like from watching OpTic, that they're very reliant on Yugi to perform. And
exactly.
They played this at DreamHack Stockholm, and he had a fucking stinker. Like, he did nothing on Train whatsoever on either side.
Snappy is making the same mistake in this team as an in-game leader as he did in Heroic. And that was his... I mean, he's talked about this. This is on the record. People can go and look this up. What he always said he did in Heroic was he would put the trust in his teammates and he would call strats that basically relied upon them to do something. So he would say, like, you know, Yugi, you're going to go main and get a pick, right? And he would... this is how he would call it, right? So this is why that Heroic lineup was so fucking hit and miss. Because if the player isn't on, you're not doing anything tactically that's going to win you the round, right? So he's doing that again. It's like you say, like on a map like Train, like they're just super reliant on Yugi to do stuff. What happens if Yugi has a bad game? I also have said this. You know, I think there was a lot of people saying, "Oh, Cajun's going to be great, moving back to rifles." You know, he never really wanted to be an AWP or whatever. I haven't been that impressed, honestly.
Yeah, I'm still on the fence about Yugi overall. Like Cajun B just doesn't really offer anything. I mean, he's on for a Bond right now. Just had 0 impact. He has 6 ADR, and we're into the 8th round. Like, what even is that?
Yeah.
All right, Snappy, calm down, mate. Fucking hell.
He's heard you. They can still lose rounds like this, though. If it was any other player other than Dead Fox, I'd be feeling pretty good still about Hellraisers. Heard someone jump. Right, you can stop the plant here.
Why?
Nearly fucked that.
Rich, there's 50 seconds left and he's forcing the plant. They don't even know where the CTs are.
Yeah, I know, it's mental.
Why is this my life? Why is this a major? It's so shit.
Like, no one was covering him either, like, realistically, like. Right, I can pour that tea now. Here's a question for you, Vince. I got a bunch of, like, you know, how should we say, effeminate teas in my cupboard. I got some peppermint in there. I got some lemon and ginger. What would you recommend out of those two? I got some other ones. I got this thing called Zen, which is like mint and lemongrass and stuff in it.
I know I'm about to disappoint you here.
Yeah.
But I don't drink tea or coffee, so I'm useless.
Fucking hell! What happened to you? What happened to you as a child? Eh?
I'm that boring cunt that just likes water. I actually enjoy drinking water. I know, right? I'm just mental.
I think my granddad used to do that though. He used to just have a cup of warm water with his meal. I mean, to be fair, you know, my granddad was a fucking war hero. So, you know, I think he was just happy to be alive. Drinking water. I'm not dead on that boat. So, you know, but yeah, not for me. And my stepdad used to put hot water on his cereal instead of milk. Whoa! That's criminal, mate.
Wait, what? He put water on cereal?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, nah, I'm out of that one.
And he'd get, like, it would be, like, cereal that would just fucking absolutely stink as well. Like, it would be, like, you know, he'd boil up the kettle and he'd pour, like, hot water onto, like, all bran or... And it, like, what? Mate, yeah, nah. What are you doing? What are you doing, like... So, yeah.
Then again, I got shit from my chat for this the other day. When you have hot chocolate, do you drink it with milk or water? Like, mainly, do you put milk in there or not?
Put milk in what? In
hot chocolate.
Yeah, I think you got to. I think you gotta have a little bit of milk in there. You gotta have a little bit of dairy in there, cream it up a little bit.
Right, so I'm just fucked then because I just have it with water. Yeah.
You can do it with water, but right. Let's get this then. I'm pepperminting. I think it's good for this. It's good for the stomach.
Meanwhile, Cajun 008. 14 ADR. Literally a 4v5 at this stage. That is a yikes. Like a solid yikes, to be fair. As if this guy typed, "You're too fat to be a water drinker." I don't think it's the coffee or the tea that makes people fat, mate. I think it's the ridiculous amount of burgers, chips, fucking kebabs, pizza. That's my problem. It's not the water. It's that I eat like a pig. That's actually not necessarily true, but whatever. Bondic is Gonna be all right, I think. I think we're on the same time now, guys. Right? I'm not ahead of you. I'm on 125, 124,
Same here.
123. There we go. Richard's back.
It's Cajun still. Oh, he's got a kill though. But he is having a fucking Percy Strugs, isn't he?
Oh, good times, Percy. Yeah. Good times.
Yeah, good old fucking Percy Sugden from Corrie. I went with Peppermint, guys. Another stream. This is the real. I mean, it's probably more interesting than this game, honestly. Talking about tea. But yeah, Woxic and Issa really giving Hellraisers that extra dimension, dude. I mean, I feel really bad because it was super judgmental when they picked up Issa. I remember the episode of By the Numbers. Me and Duncan were talking about it, and he was like, "Yeah, well, they've just fucking given up." And I'm like, "Yeah, you know, you're picking up players from fucking, you know, Emiratis. Like, you obviously don't care anymore." And like, Issa's sick as fuck. Who could have possibly saw that coming? Like, literally, no one even knew. Like,
I was exactly the same way. But I remember casting them early on when they first joined, and I thought, "Nah, this is Hellraisers just done, isn't it?" And then Issa and Woxic were both dropping 30s and 40s against tier 2 and tier 3 teams. I was like, hold on a second, there might be something here. But didn't they literally come from completely obscure teams, though?
Well, I don't even know what team Issa was on. I mean, like, before this, I think it literally was a, like, you know what, an Emirati team. Right. So, like, how would you even possibly judge that?
No.
Mute the fucking casters? I have. What do you mean? What's this guy talking about? Mute the casters. Clickmeister X is a regular in my stream. Do you think he's just got the casters unmuted on his PC?
No, if you look at the bottom left, you can see James and Dan's little speaker thing. I think you have to press tab and then press the speaker button.
Yeah, but that doesn't... Oh, right, I see. Okay. Wonder what the fuck he was talking about.
There we go. Yeah. Sorry, it was my CSGO. Get me out.
I literally just spat water all over my Xbox controller. I was joking about that. I didn't think that'd be real. I gotta clean all that water up now. Glad I wasn't on cam there. I literally just spat water everywhere. What an actual mental cunt. Fucking hell. No, my Xbox controller, dude. I'm gonna need that. Oh, please. Okay, should be good. Should be good. I had a plan. I had a plan lined up, like, either side of this. I already started Red Dead Redemption again. Playing through.
Oh, yeah. You were saying about that, the PS... What was it called? PS Now, was it?
Yeah, PlayStation Now.
But it's like Netflix, right?
It's. I will say this: you can tell the game is being streamed because, like, at the start, you have to do all the tutorial stuff, right? You get shot and you fucking heal, and then it's a bit like Fallout New Vegas in that sense. And basically, it's like you got to help the woman who like nurses you back to health. So you got to go and kill the rabbits and kill the coyotes, and like the lag input. Because it's a streamed game, I couldn't even kill the rabbits. Like, fuck knows what I'm going to do when I'm fucking hunting down the Williams gang. Again. Like, I'm definitely not streaming it, because it's going to make me look like I've got no hands or something. It's ridiculous. Like, seriously, because, like, you get these, like, it's almost like a second, it feels like, of like, lag input when you're trying to move. It's like, I couldn't hit the fucking rabbits, dude. So, cheers for the sub there, Jiffo. Been a while, buddy. Haven't seen you around. Thanks for the Twitch Prime. It might just be an excuse. I haven't played an FPS or anything like it with an Xbox controller for so long. I might just be absolute garbage. I won't rule that out. Thanks for the Twitch Prime there, Lanny Pat. Appreciate it, my brother.
OpTic already with 7 rounds on T side. Oh my god.
Yeah, I feel like it ain't how Train used to be. I think it's a lot more balanced now. I think, like, you know, 6, 7, 8 rounds as T is always kind of doable. You know?
Has Gage just suddenly become one of the best players in the world or some shit over this last 2 days? Like, what is this?
Yeah, well, I mean,
ADR.
Again, like he's been smashing it, hasn't he? I do remember the Rabbits in Kingdom Come. Yeah, that was pretty awkward. And I do remember Rat Eye as well. Every time you go there, you having a nice day? I was till these bloody immigrants showed up. I just want to buy some armor though. Well, I'm gonna need to sell you, immigrants. Bloody bought all my armor. Why is everyone raging about immigrants in Rat Eye? I'm an immigrant. Get out my shop. Oh, fucking all right. Most racist fucking town in any game. It's ridiculous. I haven't seen anything like it since that fucking movie District 9. You sneaky fucking prawns. Yeah, I tapped out on finishing Kingdom Come, guys, because people who saw the last stream, that fetch quest you have to do when you're drunk, I'm just tired. I was 40 hours or something into the game, and it's like, you're making me do a fetch quest still. I can't be asked. Fetch quests are absolute cancer. Alright, snappy. Bond it with it. Oh, triple! Big! Just like his head.
Shrek smash.
Get out my train! Banter, of course. It's all banter. There's someone in the chat called Broder Bear. And he's clutched that one using his massive eyes and ears. That's pretty fucking funny. Poor lad. Yeah, I still don't think his head is as big as it looks. I think it's just that picture was just outrageous. Like.
Is it because he's shorter than the rest of the teams? They had to scale.
Yeah, they stretched it. That's what they did to because they obviously go for proportions on the pictures. So. Wouldn't say that to Bondic on LAN. Probably would, mate. I think people really underestimate how happy I am to be rude to people. I really don't care. And again, I also don't care. He could be the strongest person in the universe, and it wouldn't faze me at all. He could be Thanos, and I'd call him a big purple-headed cunt. You never bend the knee.
Ben Tet does have that Thanos jawline going on, though, doesn't he?
He does, mate. He does.
That's a weapon of mass destruction right there. Fuck, you know.
That's how it happened. He clicked his fucking finger, and the bottom half of his jaw disappeared. He's like, I haven't quite got the fucking powers right yet. Just disappeared half my fucking jaw off. Whatever. Yeah, I did a little snort there. Sorry. CX. Right, well, this game's gone pretty smooth so far. OpTic with a narrow lead. Cajun B, a bed full of shit. But yeah, so far so good. No delays though.
All right, I need to ask you because I feel like I've missed out on some like gold internet memeing.
What's
What
up?
the fuck is this whole who's throwing burgers stuff?
Oh, so was Henry. At I-34, a bird shat on him in the middle of a clutch. And he said like it fucking smelled like really meaty. It was like a big old bird, like a seagull or something, up in the rafters. And the bird shat all over him in the middle of a clutch. And he thought, like, 'cause he saw all this like brown liquid all over him, right? He thought it was like gravy or onions or something. So he fucking just shouted at the top of his voice, "Who's throwing burgers?" But no one was throwing burgers, mate. A bird had just shat all over his head and arms while he was in the middle of a clutch. He won the clutch as well. We even found a picture of it. We found a picture of it because Cadred was there covering the story. Oh, as if Cajun Bees just fucking stepped up now after we're saying he's got a bed full of shit. Angel can still win this though. Oh, is Cajun's going to fly off the ladder and one tap him? Yeah, of course he is. Of course he is.
He was 0-8. He's 9-12 now.
Yeah, I always said that Cajun was a good player. Like, always said it. But yeah, like Max Silver, who's now a pro poker player, used to be a guy called Goody who used to run Cadred. And he got a photo of like the mouse mat and his mouse just like obliterated and covered in shit. We were able to find it. But yeah, like fucking, it was really fucking funny. And there was this other time as well. I was watching.
Who's throwing burgers then?
I might leave the audio like this with all the echoing. Indeed, thank you, the biggest Cloud9 fanboy. Appreciate it. But I'll tell this story. I used to hang out with this team called Rasta Gaming. And they were like a community side. I used to know all the guys on it. They were like old school players from way back, like 2004, whatever, when I first came into the game and met people on community servers. And like, you know what it's like when you go to a LAN and you're just eating shit and you're drinking beer every day. You get bad guts, and your farts are absolutely humming. So anyway, like I was there, like, you know, just like just, and I was behind Rasta Gaming watching them play, and I dropped my ass, and it was fucking foul, mate. It was so bad. It was like, hands down, immediately. Like, you know how potent it is, because as the first part of the fart, which was very substantial, left my
Bring guns.
Thanks, Adson, for the donation. As soon as the first part of the fart, like the first millimeter of gas, left my ass, I could immediately smell it. I could smell it. Lord only knows what everyone else around me could smell. It was just so foul. It just smelled like just death. And these guys were trying to play. And the captain, a guy called Damage, was like, "Who's done that? Who's done that?" Trying to play it, like full eyes watering. Fucking, can we get a pause? It's like calling a fucking tactical timeout because you can't play because it fucking stinks so much. Unreal. And like, I was just like, I'm not owning up to that one. I'm definitely not owning up to that one.
Delays? In my faceit major? Never.
Thanks for the donation. Reykjavikanastim. But yeah, it was that was a bad one. That was a real bad fart.
You know they're particularly bad when it feels like your nose hair is burning.
Oh mate, this was real. Like it was. I don't know how it smelled so bad, but it was just lethal. Like, you just saw people were just like running away, just like heaving. Like, oh God. And I'm like, I'm trying to like nonchalantly go, fucking hell. I'm still there like, fucking, that fucking stinks. That was like trying to like, you know, just play it off like it weren't me, right? But like,
who did that?
Yeah, but yeah, fucking, that's terrible. That is, lads. Have some self-respect. And fucking, like I say, Adam fucking was just there, like, literally, like, fucking couldn't breathe. Like, couldn't see. Fucking, can we pause the game? This is ridiculous. How am I meant to play around that? good times.
Classic tech pause again.
Yeah, of course, right. That was there was another LAN as well, right? Where so we used to like put on like just stupid websites. Like, I don't know. Like these days, it's like e-fucked and stuff like that, you know. But it was where it was just like it was like deliberately unerotic porn, like just gross porn basically. And we used to like just send each other like stupid clips of this gross porn. Anyway, I found this one that was just uploaded to one of these sites, and it was like a dinner lady. Clearly, like she looked like a dinner lady, like just getting fucking railed by her hubby or whatever, who was also like a Shrek-looking motherfucker. You know, it wasn't good. But like when he's doing his business, she starts going ooh, ooh, like making these bad noises, and then ended with ooh, you bugger, like that, right? So whenever the guys on fucking like Rasta would be fucking like trying to play or trying to clutch, I'd just like get super close to them and just like right close to the headset, just at a crucial moment, drop a "Oh yeah, bugger!" Just start fucking creasing, like lose the fucking round. Like that's what like BYOC lands were like, dude. Oh yeah, bugger.
I really do miss them, actually. I'd love to go to some more.
Yeah, man. Thing is, it ain't even the same anymore, mate. I tried going back to an iSeries. Can't even remember which one. I went there and it was just fucking like, "Hi, we are Yogscast. Do you like Minecraft?" And like everyone's like 10 years old. I'm like, what is this? Lads,
it's like turned into a convention now, hasn't it?
Yeah, exactly. I think Syndicate's over there getting mobbed by fucking kids. And I'm like, right, who's throwing burgers, lads? Remember that one? Ooh, you bugger. Do you remember ooh, you bugger? Like, everyone's just, all the kids are just looking at me. What can you do, mate? Times have changed. You either move with them or you get left behind, don't you? Apparently I'm around behind now. How is this even happening? I'm not touching anything. How am I around behind?
It's 8-9 for you, right?
Yeah, 8-9, and it's just it's 1:53.
Yeah, we're on the exact same time then.
Yeah, well, fuck them. Round behind.
Probably around behind the mainstream, but
yeah, I ain't around behind. You're around in front, dickhead. Got him. Ooh, yeah, bugger. Mate, thing is as well, I've been trying to find that clip for fucking ages since, and I can't. It's just not on the internet anymore. You know, just went out. The great LimeWire purge. Right, Cajun B. Maybe he's just good with pistols now. Maybe he's a pistol specialist. Come on, Hellraisers, please don't lose this. Yeah, to be fair as well, tunnel snakes. It's hard. Like, when you try and search, like, fat dinner lady, sex, ooh, you bugger. Like, you don't want to know what you'll find, mate. It ain't good. Right, Yugi's whiffed a big shot there. And, oh, fucking hell, mate.
oh, this is such shit TCS, man.
No. If Gade gets a sick clutch here, though, maybe it saves it. Oh, no, he's just gonna save the M4. Oh, it was over anyway.
Yeah, we heard about Henry's story yesterday in the park.
Just turns out OpTic win that round, I guess. Not planting that bomb, eh?
The part that creased me the most about that story yesterday was when Henry just said, "I just woke up with a guy with a dick in his hands, didn't he?"
Oh,
It's like, fuck it.
6 guys around me. 1 guy had his dick in his hands. All right, yep. And straight to bed. Straight to bed. Stream off. Thank you very much there for the sub, Foreign Gamer. I appreciate that, mate. Very kind of you. Tier 1, no less. Thank you. Alright, well, that's all that's happening there. Yugi's wretched body just collapses into the flames. And now it's on Dead Fox for a 1v3 clutch. So yeah, Hellraisers have basically shit the bed here, mate. Can't believe they lost that fucking round there where Gade wasn't even going to go for it. He was saving and they didn't plant the bomb. So it's like, well... yeah, it's not looking too good, is it?
No, I don't think they can get... well, they could go for a buy, but Angels have only got 3.5, and Bondic's only got 3.5k.
Yeah.
I don't know what they do here.
Thank you for the Twitch Prime there, GG MacArthur, you two, Magpie Luck, both Twitch Primes. Thank you very much. We're going to bankrupt Amazon 1 Twitch Prime sub at a time, and Jeff Bezos will have to come back to me to ask for his money back. Yep, Cajun back to 13-13, mate. Shocking.
Yeah, I mean, credit where it's due. He had a horrible start, but he's definitely turned it around.
Cheers for the Twitch Prime there, Rumpel.
Oh, they're going for a half buy.
Yeah, well, see what we're going. We got the window, classic. Window flash, smoke, configs. Just gonna walk out here. Well, this is awful. Well, this is just awful. Now they're going inner. Cajun B gonna get some more eco frags here.
I don't know if my love of CS is dipped or if the games have just been that shit, but I haven't really found any of them that exciting so far.
The Astralis NIP game is fucking straight fire.
Yeah, I didn't see that one, unfortunately. But apart from that, it just seems like how are Hellraisers on the site with 3cz and maybe going to win this round?
I mean, there's no way they should have.
Bezos gonna send John Krasinski after the prime money.
Thank you very much for the donation there, Jace. Yes, maybe John Krasinski will come and take the prime money off me. Oh, well, Yugi. It's Yugi. This is why you switched to a rifle, mate, because you weren't going to hit nothing with that AWP. No kit. Fuck.
Oh my god.
Get
that
me
was
out.
5 CZs, I think, with 2 of the players had Kevlar, and they just beat OpTic. Just
5 CZs and like no utility as well. They had 2 flashbangs, I think. Ridiculous. Yeah, this is... yeah, no, listen, mate. This is not high-level Counter-Strike at all. Like, you know, but this is the point. At this stage of the major, you're not guaranteed to see high-level Counter-Strike, are you? Because we don't just have all the fucking best teams come. Cheers for the resub there, Detlef Insomniac. 16 months in a row, buddy. Appreciate it. Always good to see you around. One of the guys who supports by the numbers as well.
it's just mind blowing to me that you have teams like Renegades here, and then NRG just on the bench watching from home.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I thought Dap said it right though. He said like we definitely deserved to not be there based on the performance we put in at the minor, which is fair.
But it's all right, mate. We've got a real classic juggernaut win strike coming up soon, so gonna save it.
Forgot about that, Luke. Classic, yeah. Windstrike Cloud9. What a fucking abomination that is, like. Any news on future events? Yeah, we'll be announcing some shit soon. My company. We got something coming up. Obviously can't say too much. Gotta wait to get some shit locked in first. I take that back. Dude, if you really are the biggest Cloud9 fanboy and you're happy with the lineup that Cloud9 are bringing to this fucking major, like, you really are. You should be called the blindest Cloud9 fanboy, because that is... I don't know, man. It's just sad. Just fucking sad, unfortunately, brother. I know, that's the worst part. Defending champions, Cloud9. Yeah, well, don't worry, guys. We brought Golden and Sticko and Skadoodle on the same lineup. Oh, God. So very ill. Oh, Yugi, dude, man. Make it stop, like. Well, all the rounds. In theory, would Nifty going to C9 replacing Scar be enough of a difference? I mean, it's a step in the right direction. Like, replacing Scar is a step in the right direction. Like, I don't think I've ever seen anyone cruise by and avoid criticism just by virtue of being a nice guy to the degree he has in any esport. Like, he is unbelievably bad at the at the moment, and
You take chance 33 and one-third chance, minus OpTic 25% chance, and you got an one-third chance of winning on train. But then you take 75% chance of winning if they was to go 1-on-1, and then 66 and 2/3%. OpTic got 141 and 2/3 chance of winning on train.
Brilliant. Sorry, I didn't catch any of that, Vince, because someone had just done a really long donation and it was just fucking echoing all over the place. Like, it's literally, I don't even know why it's echoing. It shouldn't be echoing. It's absurd that it's echoing.
Oh Lord, put it in reverse, Terry. What you doing, Terry? Put it in reverse.
So, text-to-speech might have to go off in a bit, mate, because now people are just doing donations, so...
It's sad that this major is in UK and doesn't have you or Thoron.
Yeah.
Lack of transparency with the match draws and the quality of games. The delays as well all the time. It's so sad when you compare this event to the T. Why can't we have that?
Right, I'm looking this bug up. My alerts are echoing. Yeah, it's either on your computer or on the streaming software. What the fuck? Oh, yeah, hang on. Maybe it's this. Will that do it? Yeah, I think that's fixed it. All right, good. Sorry, you may speak again, Vince. I apologize. Oh, have you gone?
No, sorry, I was just taking a drink.
All right, cool. Yeah,
No, I was just saying I can't believe the OpTic have shit the bed this hard. Like, this should have been theirs.
A nice glass of brown water. Right, let's yeah, so anyway, back to talking about Skadoodle. Like, I just think, like, we get it, he's a nice guy, we get it, he's unassuming, we get it, he's a great teammate, but, like, you know, AWPers are meant to be your fucking star players. You know, like, you should have, like, a fucking competent AWPer. They can't be this massive drag factor on the team just because, you know, they give a really good pep talk and they throw a mean flashbang. It's just stupid. What time are you on, by the way, Vince? I want to make sure we're still synced.
12, 35 seconds.
Oh, yeah, you're down to 35, right? I'm going to try and advance then.
I just can't really get excited about Cloud9. I don't see where their power and, like, star player is going to be. Like, Skadoodle had the God tier, like, finals or whatever in the last major, but apart from that, he was pretty meh. So what, like, Rush is going to have to carry the entire team? Automatic's going to have to carry? Like, I don't see where that's going to come from with Cloud9.
Yeah.
Because Sticko, I've got a lot of respect for Sticko and Golden. I think they're very good at what they do, but they're not going to bring you the firepower. They're not going to bring you the heat when you need it.
Oh, definitely not. I mean, like you say, like, I think they're good at what they do, but, like, you have literally downgraded firepower in every area, pretty much. So it just seems, oh god, another fucking tech pause. Fucking stop.
Make it
stop. You know. But, like, yeah, if you brought Nifty in over Scar, step in the right direction, you get a good fucking rifler in, you know, over Stico, you know, like, that you can do something with that, but yeah, right. Banter King 115. I will be doing a version of the audio only podcast. I do. I know I haven't done any for like 2-3 months, so I'm gonna get back on it now. I've just been mega busy, and like when Sam was out here, there was never a moment I wanted to spend where I was just like sort of ignoring him or whatever, because you know he's come all the way to Vegas, right? So.
Johnny do roo eating sushi. No papa. Johnny do roo Johnny do roo telling lies. Ha 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 ha.
Someone donate again.
Yeah, sorry. No, it was it's not echoing anymore, but it was just someone had done a really long stupid donation again. Sorry. So what was the question?
Someone asked in chat. I'd be curious to pick your brains on it. Who is your dark horse team to win the major?
Dark horse. Oh,
yep.
God. I need a team list in front of me, I guess. Yeah, you can't call FaZe a dark horse. You can't call I don't even know if you can call Liquid a dark horse necessarily. Or Na'Vi. These are all like actual genuine contenders. Yeah, I don't think NIP are good enough to be considered even potential dark horses. MIBR kind of feels like a lazy pick to call dark horses, but I think they can conceivably beat any team they play. I know they haven't looked good, but like they got the experience, they got the smarts, they looked a lot better at the Zotac Cup, and I think Yanko is gonna, you know, is a great person to have to like make adjustments between series and stuff. So I don't know. I'm not sold on G2. I'd give MIBR more chance than G2, I think. So, and I don't think North are going to win today. So, no, not dark horses to win the major. So I don't know if that answers the question. What do you think, Vince?
Well, I think people saying G2 are going off the names more than anything else because we don't really know much about them still. It's still an unknown entity. And from what I have seen, they really haven't impressed me at all. Like, sure, maybe they've done some boot camps and whatever else, and they've got into good shape. But yeah, I'm not really that interested. Yeah, I would say MIB are a fair shout. I'd say Mouse Sports, although Snacks would have to have a good event. If he doesn't, they're going to get shit on, I think.
Yeah.
It's probably MIBR then, yeah. But MIBR, I think it's a bit overhyped how Yanko's done with them so far. Like, I think he's had great impact on the team, but they haven't got huge results against really sick teams yet.
Yeah.
Like, against Astralis, they got swept aside pretty comfortably in the end. So when they start to play the best teams, are they going to be able to hang with them, or are they going to struggle? I think Yanko is excellent fit for them, and I think he's going to have a lot of positive impact, but I think the jury's still out on MIBR.
Yeah, for sure. I agree with all of that. Definitely the dark horses. See Johnny Gazer's being bold here. Johnny Gazer, you think Rogue will beat North? You're out of your mind. Rogue will beat North today.
Yeah, Rogue will look good. They nearly had Astralis. They had them on the ropes.
Rogue will beat North today, my friend. My pedigree chum.
I honestly don't think that's a bad shout at all. North have looked shaky, and Rogue have actually looked way better than I was anticipating.
Yeah. Hey, Hiko's been playing fucking sick, right?
Yeah, he's been solid. And then Cadian's had some good moments. On I think it was Inferno where they played Astralis. On the CT side, his AWPing was sick.
Yeah.
He was absolutely railing Astralis.
Yeah. Okay, so Johnny Gazer, right? Everyone in chat remember this. Johnny Gazer, long-standing sub of this channel, has said that North will 16-3 Rogue. Mark my words. Your words are marked, sir. Marked they are.
I've been too heartbroken too many times with North to have any kind of confidence, especially not to say 16-3.
Mate, listen. Fucking, I say it all the time. MSL's a fucking tactical genius, but as a leader of men, not great. And he's also a neurotic basket case when he plays this game. Like, for example, like North will never beat NIP if they ever play each other. Never. They just can't do it. Because he believes that Get Right and Forest are like immortal demigods that were sent from fucking Olympus to fuck with his life. Like, he's always had this mental block, like going back to Western Wolves, dude. Like, if you look at MSL's record against the NIP players, I bet it's really, really bad. But he said this to me himself. He goes, I just can never beat them. I can never beat them. It's like, all right, well, if you don't believe, how do the four cunts on your team believe?
Yeah. Also, Rich, by the way, Hellraisers just echoed OpTic. Because, you know, why not?
Yeah, I know, because why not, right? You think you're safe to start talking about, like, some general shit, and then it's just like, yeah, well, just another eco. OpTic gaming is so bad, dude. I want Hector to fucking just come in, like, just descend from the fucking clouds and just like, fucking backhand each one of them and just give them a check and just pay them off. Right? Get out. Get out. Oh, here we go.
A rat king is when a group of rats become attached to each other by their respective tails, either because they are tangled or caked in excrement, etc. The rats cannot separate from each other and they become a big rat king.
You absolute fucking animal. Get Kevlar. Why has he got no Kevlar, Rich? What is that?
Don't know.
It's a major. This is fundamental basics 101. You buy Kevlar when you have money. It's important in CS.
It's a joke, isn't it? Oh, some clown ass shit going on, man. Oh my god. Yeah, he couldn't get a size that fit.
If that cost them this round and map,
Oh yeah, for sure.
That's unforgivable shit.
Let's do some theory crafting then, Vince. What possible reason could he have not to have it?
I honestly can't think of a reason.
Like, did he have the money?
He had 4.6k, yeah, more than enough. Because he's got 1 kill in the round, he's got 4,950. So he had 4,650 at the start of the round. There's no excuse not to get careful of that. I can only assume he thought he'd bought it. That's other than that, I can't think of anything.
Yeah, that'd be good. Get James Barloff going. This isn't FPL. This is a major, and like put it over that guy dying to an HE nade because he's not put Kevlar. This isn't LEM matchmaking. It's a major. You fucking idiot.
There we go. He's got the.
Oh, here we go. Over 51 maps versus Nip. MSL himself. Yeah, no, but I don't mean £2. I don't mean his stats like individually. I mean his team stats, his win rate. So how many times have his teams beat NIP? I bet it's lower than the average against other teams. Is what I'm saying. All right, well, here we go. OpTic are in with bit. It's all mixed up, and I've only got what was that one incendiary? Was that smoke? No,
it's got a smoke and a flash. This is a proper Brexit buy, isn't it? Brexit buy on the Brexit major with Brexit internet and Brexit PCs. The dream.
Brexit. You've had a Brexit. Right, here we go then. And they're on the site. Is that Brexit you ordered? Snappy's got to go big hit. They've given him the chance. Oh my god, and the last bullet flick headshot. Oh my lord. Hellraisers should still have this, but fucking hell. They almost fucking fucked it. That's going to waste a lot of time. Probably should have held on to that. Oh, he's going for the flash defuse. Yeah, wrecked. Once you've got the high ground in that position, you've got to be really bad to lose.
How does this Go TV shit work? I was alongside you and now suddenly I'm miles behind you.
I don't know, mate.
The fuck? What time
I
are you
know,
on?
because I'm at 5 seconds now. In the red. 2, 1, 155. Round just started. Yeah, no, everyone's like, no OT. Like, please. Please. Woxic had a beat in there. Like, it's just, I wouldn't mind that. I actually like watching Hellraisers. I loathe watching OpTic. I don't even think they're like an exciting team to watch or anything. I think they're like just boring, vanilla. Like, there's no high level tactics at play. It's like just, I just don't enjoy watching them, dude. Like, you can watch Config, I suppose.
Yeah, well, strap yourself in, mate. We got Gambit next.
Yes, well. And they're playing...
Big.
Yeah, Gambit are going to win and Smoothie's going to rage. I remember now. Remember from this morning. Why can't you get a coup? Oh, it's OT.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Get me out of this fucking... Get me out of this game. It hurts in my pee-pee. My God.
It's like your friend's dad all over again.
Yeah, exactly. The wig. Thanks for the Twitch Prime there, the Shadow Host. Always worth a reminder that when you gift Twitch Prime to a streamer, you take money out of Amazon's pocket and give it to somebody you like for free at no cost to you and at the cost of a massive corporation that basically gyps all of its fucking workers so that they have to go on benefits. Look it up. Recent report. Tucker Carlson even did a bit on it, and usually Republicans are all about that business life. Unconscionable. So remember, take them Twitch Primes and use them. Thanks for the cheers, SQVNIG. And you too, Mr. Puela. Thanks for the Twitch Prime. Appreciate it.
So the winner of this qualifies for the next stage, yeah?
I'm afraid so, yeah. Thank you very much for the Twitch Prime, Wavy Wave. Appreciate it.
Jamie Carter, why would you hope this goes to double OT, mate? Why would you wish that upon anybody?
Yeah, like, come on, guys. I've had a long day, man. Let's not do it. I don't know what that picture's meant to be. It's spread out on my fucking chat. So, will I stream all the games? Yeah, I'm in for the long haul, dudes. I'm going to sit here and just watch all the games and pull people in and out. Henry G's coming back in a bit. It literally just got up. Mate, it's like almost been 7 hours of consciousness, and I've been bombarded with this. Like, trust me, I'm ready for a lie down. Thank you very much there, Johnny Rewind. Thanks for the Twitch Prime. Good name too, I like it, Johnny Rewind. Best game was easily the Tyloo game. It's just a shame it had like 5 million breaks in it. 5 million tech problems. Right, hopefully Hellraisers just bang them out here, Vince. I think they're just going to win every round. I think they've just realised that, hang on a minute. Wait, I thought we were playing the good Danes. Fuck, sorry, we can just bang these out.
I hope so, man.
Thank you OpTic there, Call Mump305 for the cheers. Thank you, appreciate it. Sorry to interrupt you, Vince. Apologies.
OpTic have got no money. If they lose this round, it should be 3-0 in this overtime. Which you'd hope Hellraisers can convert going on to the CT side. Although they were pretty shot on CT, to be fair. I think Hellraisers, I think OpTic got 7 or 8 rounds on the T side in regulation time.
Here's something I wanted to bring up with you, right? You know, like, you know when like games are over, but they've been like really long and drawn out games, or they've been like massive stomps, and like nobody's really celebrating. You know, like, and then like when you have an event like at ESL, they play that music like like that guitar riff, right? And it just cuts to the players, and they're all just sat down. They're just like, yeah, we just won a game 16-0. They need like different levels of music, right? You know
definitely.
Yeah, like thanks for the Twitch Prime there, Aliaston. They need like different levels. So if it's an exciting close win, and people stand up and go yeah, or what every player says, nice. You know, they fucking then hit them with that, right? But if it's just a game, you can play like maybe a like, you know, X-Files kind of thing, like you know, just that the game's just over, you know? That's what I'm saying.
I agree with you. I think it's out of place when it's too hype.
Thank you very much for the sub there, XVPO. And Hex is in the room. Great to see Hex here. That's Hex from OpTic. Nobody insult his team anymore. As I was saying, big fan. Love what they've been doing in this major. So be nice to Hex, everybody. Show him some goddamn fucking respect, or I'll come into that Twitch chat. Don't make me come down there. All right? Hex is real people. By the way, Hex, you're more than welcome to jump on Discord with us if you want to have a chat. Just drop me a ping if you want to hang out. If you're not too busy. Yeah, I love you too, buddy. Alright. I will Twitter DM you the Discord link. One sec.
Oh, those entries by Issa, dude.
No, I'm missing all this stuff.
Actually sick.
All right, there we go. Yo, what up, brother? How you doing?
Oh, good morning.
How you doing, dog?
Good, good. Thank you for the invitation.
No,
I'll see.
Glad to get you on board, man. I've been fucking ages since we had a proper talk.
Yeah, man. I'm sitting here. Well, I was gonna say I'm sat here the way that you fine folks say it over there in England.
Yeah.
So I'm sitting here in my studio, just by myself.
Is this echoing?
It's actually loud. I tuned in to see how my boys were doing, and I saw that my boy Rich was streaming.
Yeah, man. Well, I wanted to do like an alternate stream for like all of the games. Just sit and hang around since Valve have okayed that now. Valve have said that we can do it. We get the blessing, and obviously, fucking fuck face it as well.
Oh,
because they've been not very nice to me. So definitely wanted to do it just to see if they get upset about it, get a little bit triggered. But that's it, man. So it's been fucking steady away. It's like super early. I mean, I don't know why I'm saying that. Like, what the fuck are you doing up on a fucking 8 a.m. on a Saturday?
Oh, come on, man. You know, it's 7 a.m. every day, no matter what, man. I cannot wait to get up and start my day. Loving it.
So what you got planned? What you doing?
Well, I'm not playing Fortnite at the moment. And I'm just no, I'm kidding. I was playing Fortnite. I'm just literally waiting for the construction guys to get here, putting up the final wall in the office, and then bombs away. Show's gonna be live, and well, all of the shows.
Yeah. So what's this? This is a new podcast you're doing?
Yeah. I mean, a little bit of a lot of that. Yeah, I'm doing a podcast. I'm doing a lot of content creation, not just necessarily a podcast, but the podcast is something that I've always kind of wanted to do. And now that I have a little bit more free time, as you know, I get to concentrate a little bit on me, and one of the things I want to do is the podcast.
You should tell people, by the way, while they're here, because I know it pisses you off, and it pisses me off to read it. I always see these comments that like, "Oh, Hector has nothing to do with OpTic Gaming anymore. OpTic, it's not even his baby anymore. He's so hands off. He doesn't know what's going." I read this every fucking day, And like, I know it's garbage, but obviously, if you want to tell people it's garbage.
Look, man, if I tell you a tree has leaves, and everybody says, "No, they're not leaves, they're paper," or "No, they're not leaves, they're plastic." Oh, what am I going to do? Who's the dummy? The one that argues with the people that are wrong, or the?
Yeah, I know what you're saying, dude. It's I don't know. It's one of those things where it's like I know you're still keeping an eye on everything, but it's like you say, like how many more fucking, you pretty much run OpTic with like what, one other guy for years
right now.
No, but I mean,
Oh, for
prior to
years.
this, yeah, for years.
It was me and I, and then in 2017 I brought on help for the first time in a long time, and that was that. But for the most part, it was just me, and I liked it that way because it I don't know. I guess I was selfish, but at the same time, like, work got done. We had a good storyline for the fans that they wanted to do. They had something to do with the team. It wasn't just like them spectating something. So for me, it was a little bit more about like the family feel, and to my own detriment though, because that's all I did for 24/7. Wouldn't have traded, still to this day, wouldn't trade it for the world, right? Wouldn't have traded those years for the world. But once help comes and I get to have fun while other people work, I like it. I like it a lot.
So will we ever get the choke gaming video, Rich?
When am I gonna come down to the studio? Then I've been asking.
All right, look, it's as simple as this. The second this wall goes up, that means that I am now blocked off from the world, or there's other tenants on the other side, and I try to keep it. They have actual, like, I don't know, the work on that side, and I'm a little bit more laid back, and content is fun, and I'm not saying that side over there. I mean, I don't even know what to do, but I'm not saying that they have, I don't know. I just want to be able to yell if I need to yell. I want to be able to, laugh as loud as I can if I do, and I do. So the second that's up. This is the thing though, Richard. I'm gonna try to go super hard. I'm talking about daily podcast.
Yeah, you're gonna become like one of these. I was talking about this with like Sean Duras, who was obviously friends with like Casey Neistat. Like, he came down to that World Series of World Showdown of Esports event that we did. And I was talking to him about it, and it's like, I was asking him, like, like, you really do this shit every day? Like, you get up, you fucking do a vlog, you fucking stream, you do content, you're taking pictures, you got fucking Instagram, fucking Snapchat. And it's like, he says, like, pretty much, like, from the moment he wakes up till, like, he decides, that, till it gets late and it's the evening, he wants to spend some time with his kid. It's all public. It's, like, all up for grabs. It's, like, fucking, it's crazy to me, dude.
Well, think about that now, and I know Sean. I met him at the Ninja Fortnite event in Vegas.
Really nice guy, really cool.
Yeah, and now imagine what he just said about vlogging every single day, and then doing that, but then also running a business, and then also managing a team, and then also being a housekeeper, and a travel agent, and doing that. That's what I did for like 7 years, and that's what people, again, like, continue to not understand, is that there were some things that me and other people disagreed with, but at the end of the day, like, I wouldn't trade my position right now where I'm at for anything in the world, and to be able to create content, right? Because I was vlogging, this, I was vlogging daily.
Yeah, I used to watch your shit, dude.
Yeah, every single day I was vlogging. I'm gonna get back to that, but I'm gonna intensify that, because I like working. I like what I do. I know the alternative that is to go to work, punch 3443 on a phone to check in or to check out, to take a piss, to get a coffee, to do, I know the alternative, and I'm very happy, and I know you do as well. Like that story you told about when you were a collector, and that an old lady would call and say, hey, you're like, all right, I'm gonna dismiss your cash. You're old. The right human fucking thing to do, right? We'll collect money from the young, awesome, or people in need, like that. Like that story of yours always stuck with me. But you had a real job before you came in. I'm sure you did that parallel to this, right? You did your regular jobs
for a while. I mean, the deck collection stuff was like, when I was off, I wasn't doing anything esports related back then. It was just, that was just fucking bread and butter, right? So yeah, just had like a fucking regular job. Had a ton of regular jobs. Hated every one of them for different reasons. Worked in a call center. Just answering people's calls, and explaining why their bill was overdue or why they owed money, and then moved into debt collection. Like, it just all sucks, man. It's like, I'm super busy right now. Like, I'm doing like 3 jobs effectively, but it's like you say, I wouldn't change it up.
No, the alternative. All right, do you want to work in the video game world, or do you want to work somewhere where you're not playing video games as an option, or having fun, or talking and being free to do what the fuck you want when you want? I'm gonna go with the freedom every single time.
Yeah.
Man, you know, and it's not like it doesn't pay well. You know, it's good. I was and I always tell people, when was it? Like very early on when the whole deal went down, everyone's like, sell out, sell out, sell out. I'm like, time the fuck on, all right, time out, time out. You're telling me that you're saying that I do shit for the money? Fine, yeah, all right. So are you the bigger sellout because you're going to work to go do a job that you don't want to do for money? You know, at least I'm doing what I love to do for money. You know, and
but not only that, right? It's about risk, right? Like, back when you started OpTic, you know, back when everybody was starting up these things, like, you don't know where it's going to lead. You don't know one day you're going to build something that's so good you get to sell it for, you know, a profit, right? Like, you could just be you could be like, for example, Jason Lake for years, putting his own money into the hole over and over again, you know, tearing his hair out, you know, having to keep his law firm going to basically, you know, keep the complexity lights on, and never knowing if you're going to get a buyer or a big sponsor or an investor and make that money back, right? So when it comes, I mean, obviously you jump on it, because for years I fucking just poured my own money into this, you know, bottomless pit. Because it was something that I, wanted to do. It was something I gave a fuck about. So the sellout stuff is like just stupid, you know. Obviously, you gotta fucking you gotta make money off this stuff.
Yeah, of course. And look, I created content on YouTube for 2 years before you were able to monetize it, right? Yeah. And nobody said nothing then. I would get home after work, my mortgage job, and then my insurance job, and I would play Call of Duty. You know, first 2, then 4, and I would make videos, you know, trying to show people how to be the best sniper ever, because I was. Okay. And you know, it's not like I didn't help other people realize their dreams either, right? Like, it wasn't like I was, you know, I helped a lot of people through all this. And if at the end of the day, as I sit here today, I'm able to tell everybody, hey, I bought my parents a house, you know, after all the sacrifices they did for me, my father leaving his mother behind in Mexico to give me a better job, better life here, and I get to repay that by telling them, you know, Mom, Pop, you never have to pay for, you know, rent or mortgage. It's an honor for me, you know, to honor my parents like that. So I don't know. I'm in a very, very happy place. And anyway, so back to the question originally half an hour ago that you asked. The second that this goes down, you're gonna be one of my first. You're gonna be in the top 10 in the first 10 episodes of the podcast. Guarantee it, if you have time, obviously.
Yeah. Well, so this is the other thing. I messaged you about what you were doing on the 30th, and are you going to be free for that? Come to Vegas?
This September?
Yeah, this month. Yeah.
It may conflict. At first, I thought yes, and I may say, what is it exactly?
So we haven't even fucking announced
as I pull up my
so basically we're doing like a special media thing, and we're gonna have like an exhibition match there, and it's gonna be like, you know, just a bunch of people coming from esports and hanging out, having a few drinks in Vegas. What we're doing is we're planning to announce like all the rest of our events, so we thought we'd have like a little gala type thing, you know, to announce all our events at. So basically, I'm like trying to stick down, you know, fucking guests that I want there, people I think are important from an esports perspective, obviously, people I know are fucking good to hang out with. So you know, I think I like messaged you, you know, Scoot, you know, guys like this.
Awesome, yeah. And do you know the exact date? Because
it's literally on the 30th. It's going to be all day the 30th. So, you know, get you out the day before, stick you in a hotel or something.
Sunday. Okay, yeah. You know what? It may work as I'm looking at. There's another gala type event going on here in Dallas, and you know, esports is a huge thing here in Dallas, and I got invited to an award show.
Oh shit! Are you nominated?
I am.
What you up for?
It's a very prestigious honor, I guess. That's what they told me. It's the relocation award. They give it to businesses who have relocated to Dallas, and the impact that it has on the economy. And you know, if I somehow, you know, beat the likes of Toyota and fucking Jamba Juice, I'd be really happy, you know.
Yeah, and listen, you know me, like I think it's great that you're up for it, and not Mike, right? Not Hastro. So.
Well,
I'm fucking with you. I know you're all pals.
Yeah,
me and Mike, we haven't spoke for ages. I think that bridge is in cinders.
Yeah, and you know what's crazy is that I've always been a very how do I say it? Like even with family matters, my relationship with somebody, unless it's like fucked up, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like let's say some dude fucked another dude's wife, then I'll be like, yo, that's out of line, and or some dude like scammed some dude like that. But if some people have these disagreements, like for example, my Diesel, one of my teammates in Old Men of OpTic doesn't like
I know Diesel.
Keems. Yeah, it doesn't like Keemstar. A lot of people don't like Keemstar. I've never had a problem with Keemstar, so I
Never
often
understood, like, everyone go, oh, all he's interested in is drama. It's like, have you motherfuckers ever heard of TMZ? What's the problem? I've never understood it, dude. Like, I've seen some, obviously, the clips where he said some unsavory and unpalatable shit. I mean, I don't think you can keep bringing up shit from almost 10 years ago now to beat people over the head with,
No, and what sucks about that, and no, it doesn't suck. I'm glad that we're in the day and age that we're in right now, where we're a little bit more self-conscious about the shit we say, and we're held accountable more than anything for the shit that we say.
Yeah.
But growing up in the '90s, a lot of shit that and a lot of shit that's outlawed now, was common shit to say, and it didn't have any malicious anything, behind it. It was just a manner of speech or manner of speech.
Yeah. I mean, listen, like I say, Keem was always out there. He did some outrageous shit, but I remember when people were like trying to fucking, get him kicked off YouTube. All those YouTubers ganged up, and there was like that week where every day it was a fucking anti-Keemstar video. Grade A, under A, and all these people like crying about, oh, drama channels are cancer and it's killing YouTube and all this, and it's like, where the fuck are all these losers now? Like. They all couldn't even, they all can't even be bothered to maintain a YouTube channel. Meanwhile, Keemstar's putting out videos every day, content every day, running tournaments every day. He's fucking putting out videos every day. He's interactive on Twitter every day. Like, the grind on that motherfucker. Like, how can people not respect that? And what's crazy is he's continually reinvented himself. Like doing all this shit with Fortnite. Doing all, like it's been great, right? It's been good for the game.
Yeah. Well, I mean, look at what it did, right? And a lot of people were like outraged about it, and I'm like, man, if you think about it, how many people would have been able to get all those people to do that? Like, he was the common person in that I don't know. It's a matter of somebody did it, and that's what it was, And I don't know. I didn't have an opinion. It's none of my fucking business. If somebody wants to do a certain thing and it's not, harming anyone, like, well, mind your own fucking business. Let people do. Again, it's like when people, talk shit about people that that drink too much, or that if they're doing it at home and they're not harming anyone, mind your own fucking business. It's be happy. It's focus on what the fuck you're doing. And that's the other thing, right? It's like all the shit, like it talk about projection. Like, people are like, oh, Keemstar's a fucking leech. He's, he like leeches off other people's. All you're doing is talking about Keemstar, you dumb motherfuckers. What's that then? Yeah, it was ridiculous. And like, say, listen, don't agree with everything Keem's done or said. He's made some really unfortunate, I think would be a diplomatic way of putting it, some unfortunate mistakes in the past. But like, fucking at the end of the day, like, he puts in the work. I think he makes great content. He's definitely got a place, and like I say, what he's been doing with Fortnite and stuff, I think's been brilliant. Like, he understands how to sell stuff and get people interested. Let me ask you this, right? Because you come from see, you sort of evolved into like this sort of like content machine, and that's why one of the main reasons I think that I get so along with you is because I know that your grind is fucking real. It's not one of the you're not one of them that say, oh yeah, I work. Like, you're all the work that people do already, you're doing, and then on top of that, you have the work that people get to see, like the actual physical, manifestation of the work that people don't often see. You know what I'm saying? So it's like double the work. Anyway, you coming from a competitive background, obviously. Look at this incredible game that we're watching right now. It's entertaining. It's 2020. Yeah. Okay. 21. We got Gald and Cajun. Cajun B. That's my boy. Can I tell you? Look, I know people. These guys in person, and this is something that I guess you and I get to see that a lot of fans don't, and they just see it as machines or characters in a game. Like, they never take the humanity, like, part of this as part of the competition. Like, all these dudes, I don't think I've ever met. Let me fucking think here, because I was gonna say that these guys are fucking incredible people in person, and like, their stories are fucking awesome. I haven't gotten to know Yugi or Snappy yet like that well, but everybody has a thing. So get the shit team off OpTic, says Flame Nas. I don't understand. Like, are you not entertained? Like,
no, well, I mean, we've definitely been entertained. It's back and forth. You never know what you're going to get with your team right now. I think that's the issue. A lot of people are kind of frustrated because, Snappy had this, reputation that if he got better players around him, he'd be able to build like a good team. And it's like they've got good players now, but the team's a little bit disjointed. It's kind of similar, like but on a bigger scale because these players are more high profile. It's kind of similar to what you had with the NA team. Where it was really disjointed, like just not cohesive. And then eventually you made the changes, and you ended up with that great team that won E-League, right?
Yeah. The thing there is, and this is what I tell like the Green Wall all the time. It's like, guys, you don't want a team that wins like every single. It gets boring when you know the outcome of every fucking tournament. It gets boring, someone that's standing that close to the whole thing. I want to see some adversity, No, happy times are cool and shit, but only after you've had your kicks in the ass. You can only enjoy the highs when there are lows. Otherwise, you're just on a plain road that just goes nowhere.
I mean, like I say, I still think this team is problematic, and I'll be straight with you. I struggle to watch this lineup at the moment because it's like, I don't know, they're not good enough to individually to kind of excuse the lack of cohesion, and it's like it's Snappy's the way he calls tactics. I didn't like the way he called tactics back in Heroic either. Really individually based, player centric strats, and if the players don't perform, then his strats fall apart as well. So it was like that was why he was in a real hit and miss team before this. I think you know how it is, man. Like fuck it, the Green Wall are some of the best esports fans you're gonna get. Like they'll back a team, but I think a lot of neutrals are a little bit fucking frustrated, right?
Yeah. I mean, nobody likes losing, but winning too much is also like bad for business, and not just business in the monetary sense, but just bad for the content business. Bad for like you can only be excited for winning, so much when you're winning nonstop. Like
true.
I don't know. That personally, I mean, I don't like going to a movie and seeing nothing. I want to see like some adversity, like I said.
Well, you're definitely going to get that. So speaking of that, though, here's a question. What's going on with the OpTic India team? You got much involvement with that?
A little bit. Obviously, this year was going to be a year where I focused a lot on myself, and I have to trust the people that are that are working for us now, and giving them a little bit of freedom, to make. To make mistakes, essentially. And when I say mistakes, I don't mean them in the terms of like, that was a mistake. It's not. It's like in order to develop talent, both from a competitive level and from a corporate level, if you may, from like a worker level, you have to give them the freedom to gain the confidence that they do. And I personally love the fact that we're doing the expansions, the global expansions we're doing, because there's a lot of regions out there that that don't necessarily have the same sort of exposure that they could. And if think about the amount of people that are in India, right? Think about the amount of people that are in South America. I think that there's a lot of unseen talent that may, with the right sort of support system, may get to a good level. Not necessarily with the team that they may have, but there might be some standout players. Look at Mixwell. Look at when Daps found Mixwell. Think about that scenario. I don't know. I like it. I'm happy. I think that we're going in the right direction. Personally,
it's a huge potential market as well. I mean, like obviously there's all the fucking jokes you're gonna read on the internet, but I think if I remember rightly, India's economy, like they've been putting a lot of money into all these sports events. They got a big soccer league that's out there now where they've got a bunch of like legendary ex-pro players going out there as like general managers and stuff. Obviously, the cricket league's off the fucking, off the hook out there. It's the country that I think last year produced the most billionaires in the world. I could be wrong about that, but I think that's true. So it's an untapped market for esports, right? And there's definitely a thirst there. I've obviously been around so long, I've been burnt. Like I remember the Indian Gaming Carnival, where people literally turned up to that and got robbed at gunpoint.
Jesus.
Yeah, the old Moscow 5 Russian guys got fucking robbed by guys with like fucking AKs at that event. And the event itself didn't happen. But I think, like, you're right. If you want to expand a brand globally, there's no better way to get an instant connection with a fan base than just simply by having a team for that region. And didn't you guys do it for a South American country as well recently?
Yeah, we just teamed up with an all-girl team in Brazil.
Yeah, that was it.
Yeah, and look, India, 1.3, I believe, 1.3 billion people in there. There's been movies around. I mean, look, if there's one channel that's about to overtake PewDiePie, okay, and it's an Indian channel. It's a massive untapped market that, with the right, again, exposure and support system, that there could something. There could be something there. And look, giving back is something that we should all try to do, right? So, if we can help somebody, then great.
Yeah, it's funny actually. I was gonna call you. I know this is gonna sound like a ridiculous thing. I had somebody in Taiwan, a friend of mine, reached out, and they're looking to basically sell. They've got a Taiwanese League of Legends team, and it's in like whatever league they have out there for that region. And I think they were looking to sell it. And I was like, I can think of like one brand that's like expanding globally right now. So I'll bring it up to Hector and see if he wants to buy a Taiwanese League of Legends team. I didn't know if you'd want to, but the offer's there. I can connect you.
Oh, no, no comment. We could talk offline. Anyway, so listen, I have a question about obviously how, like nowadays, how often are you? Because I only click on the videos that you upload that make me want to like watch.
Yeah, of course, dude. Your time's fucking limited. I wouldn't expect you to watch all my content, right?
You know what? You would think so, but right now, like I would obviously it's just me now, and obviously like I have to go to certain meetings and give my opinion on certain things, but for the most part, I have like information is what I spent my time. Any free moment that I get, I don't listen to music in the car. I listen to a podcast, or I listen to something informative. Now that I'm about to embark on this journey of being I want to be considered a podcaster, and I want to get places by being a podcast host and shit. So give me one thing, one bit of advice that and yes, I've done podcasts in the past. I have the OpTic podcast and shit, but I want to know what tip you have for me.
So you're going to be doing like what Ocelot's doing. You're going to be in the chair asking the questions, right?
It's more of a conversation though. Like that, like Ocelot, like I was on like that dude again. If he and that's what I was telling him. I'm like, if you put yourself in the right mental position to push this forward, I think that you yourself can become even bigger as a personality than you already are. And it's tough because managing a team and essentially being the business front of your team is difficult, but you connect a lot more from top to bottom when you are able to share your experiences with your audience. I know it helped me a lot, man. It's good to be loved by all.
Yeah, I think the key thing here is, so first up, podcasting and interviews are like supremely different art forms. Like, for example, when I plan out a interview, in my mind I have like a spider diagram. So I create little squares, and I put the main important questions that I know people want to know in those squares, and I theorize what the answers will be. And then I have branch off questions from the answers. And it kind of, in my mind, how I picture it is, it's like one of those little spider diagrams, like where you get in business. So they might appear to be loose and free-formed, but there's actually like, a structure to them in my mind. But the podcast, I find it's like super important to be as loose as possible. Like generally what I like to do with guests when we have them on the show, we sit down like, and when we're doing the sound check, wink, wink, very often we're not doing the sound check at all. We're doing, I'm priming you. I'm putting you in the mood for a conversation. I'm setting the tone. We're finding out, like, you know, syncopation of speech, we're you know, body language. You know, how gregarious are you? Are you quiet? How deep do I need to dig to get stuff out? So I'm basically, it's almost like a little, fuck the sound check. It's like a compatibility check, right? It's like a first date. So it starts in the sound check, and then once we get the conversation going, you know, it's like literally never, you know, like, it's the difference between steering a ship with a rudder or just taking your hand off and letting the fucking wind take you. And I think, like, a real loose touch on a podcast is way more important.
I agree.
Yeah, just to be mindful of, if somebody says something, like, treat it like an exam question. Like, just listen for keywords. And if somebody says something like, oh, and I did this, and I did this, and I did this, and, you know, they'll be talking about, I don't know, say, like, you know, and of course it's a stark change to my old job. You jump on that, you go, oh, what was your old job? And then they'll bring that up, and then you go, oh, wow, you know, I used to do something like that. You volunteer a little bit about yourself, and they'll be like, oh, you know, really? And you keep it like just a fucking conversation. Like, basically podcasting, you treat it like it's a date. You know, an interview is like a business. An interview is like an interview for a job. A podcast is like a dinner date with a chick.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I will, right off the bat, I'm going to tell you thank you, because the whole, you know, spider web of things, I had, like, most of the time when I do podcasts, like, I think that I think I'm a good conversationalist, and I know that I can carry, because I have enough questions to ask her that, but I never really thought about, like, structuring it more like the way that you just said it. So thank you for that, because I am going to use it. That's like fucking common sense. That, you know when you sit there like, fuck, why did I think of that? Like, it's so logical. It's like there. I'd never really thought about that. Like, visualizing their answer and follow-up answers, that's fucking genius.
And the questions that you want to put in those square boxes, imagine you're the community. Imagine you're not you. Imagine you're the average guy on the street who doesn't have your level of insight, knowledge. What are they talking about? You know, what's blowing up on social media? What do they want to know? Because ultimately, the purpose of an interview isn't for you to find out the answers. It is to get the answers to the questions that other people want to know about. So that's the other key thing. Like, all the best interviews. Oh, this is another bit of advice as well. If you're asking somebody, like, okay, one of the key things to make known to somebody, let's say there's been a scandal and somebody did something really fucking bad, and they come in and you're going to ask them tough questions. They might be the type of person who only agrees to interviews if they're going to get, like, all the soft, you know, layup, powder puff questions, right? So what you got to do is you got to say, listen, I'm going to ask you the tough questions, but that's like an opportunity for you to give the answers to them. We all know everyone's talking about them, so I can't ignore them. It would be an insult to everyone's intelligence.
Yeah.
So, you know, but I'm not doing it to, you know, have a confrontation with you. I'm doing it so you can give those answers, you know, and just make people understand that. Because some people get really upset when you, like, ask them the tough questions. It's like, what else the fuck are we going to talk about? Make sure you've got the right answer. You know, that's what you got to let them know.
Yeah, that's fucking awesome. That I'm more than I'm glad I asked you, because I would have never. Well, I don't know how long it would have taken me to get to that. You know, just predicting the answers to follow up. Fuck. Thank you, Richard. I'm glad I fucking asked.
Well, I've been doing it a long time. I'm sure with all of this stuff's common sense, and you all knew it anyway. But, yeah.
You know, and that's what I mean. Like, I've done podcasts, so I've been a part of podcasts. I've been doing it for 10 years almost, and to be able to ask other people what's good for them, like, it's people like never ever like have the ball, because I don't know what people like, why people are so resistant to asking, you know, people for stuff. Oh fuck. All right, it's 25, 23. Wow.
Yeah, narrow miss.
Yeah. Anyway, so like I was saying, people, I don't know if it's shame or embarrassment that they don't want to feel a certain way with me, but I've always been like all about like, hey man, what works for you? Like, just because you get to where you're at and it's all, you know, it's just a happy place doesn't mean that you can improve on that. So I'm really glad that I asked.
Yeah, man. So look, commiserations for your CS:GO team losing that. You gonna be hooking up with the guys anytime soon?
Yeah, I was just like anything else. Like I would have been there for this major, but you know, the studio right now is my number one priority. You know, handling the Call of Duty roster right now is, you know, top priority. So I have to pick and choose what I do. And studio number one, me going there to support the boys as much as I want to. It's also really fun to do. So I don't want to be in a position to have too much fun and let, you know, I live in the moment a lot of the times, and I don't want that to get in the way of that. But you know, I'm building a fucking super cool studio for them to, you know, for them to practice out of whenever they want to change the pace and that's what this space is, man. A collaborative space of creativity and shit, you know.
Yeah, well, what you need to do, right? Make sure when you get a chance, you put a fatherly arm around young config. Great guy, super talented player, could be like one of the best players in the world, hands down. Does have a little bit of a temper though, and you know,
my type of guy, man.
Yeah, exactly. Like he just needs those rough edges knocked off a little bit. You know what I mean? And I think he could be huge. Like, you know, likes to go out, likes to party. I can imagine him having a vlog that'd be really, really popular.
Yeah, so do I. You know, and like you say, you know, I think it's sharpening the edges more than
that's an interesting way of thinking about it.
Yeah, I mean, if you sharpen it, you're more careful with things that can hurt you, you know. And when you can just accept who you are with all your flaws, then you learn to control them a little bit better. And it doesn't take away from maybe, you know, him having a short temper agrees with his game style, and if he changes his temper. Sure. You know, he may not be as good or as aggressive or as polished in game as he was. So if you sharpen your flaws to make them, to use them as weapons instead of, you know, something that can hurt you, I think it's good.
Yeah, man. I like to say, I think he's a good kid, and I think he's got real talent. It's just like
choke him like Daddy Rich.
Yeah, don't do that. Don't. Nobody. We don't do choking.
We need a little 90s back, man, when people were held accountable for the shit that they would, you know, say or do. Anyway, hey, listen, the guys are here to start the construction. I gotta let them up the elevator.
Do you think I'm real fucking honored, obviously, that you dropped by. It's always great to catch up with you, buddy. Let me know about that thing on the 30th, but it sounds like that award thing is definitely a much more prestigious thing. So if there's a clash, I'm not going to be offended or upset.
All right, cool. And be ready for me to drop on in unannounced in Vegas for the podcast, all right?
Yeah, anytime you want. My fucking door's always open to you. Oh, and the other thing, I want to talk to you. I want to find out what's going on with your fucking Dota 2 team as well, brother. So we gotta catch up again after this.
We'll catch up, bro. Be good.
All right, man. Much love. Take care.
Bye-bye.
All right, so that was Hector from OpTic. Great guy, one of the great team owners. I know a lot of people thought that Vince was just being, like, cuckolded on that stream. He wasn't. He did go off to get some lunch. I don't know if he's back yet. Are you back, Vince Rooney? No, I see. Big lad's gotta eat. But yeah, Hex is a great guy, and all of that bullshit about fucking he doesn't care about OpTic, and he doesn't fucking, you know, he's took the money and he's not hands on anymore. Like, it's just not true, dude. It's not true at all. So people need to recognize. Right then. So I'll just catch up with everything that's been going on. Check all my messages. Some Steam. Yeah, Vince is still gone. What else have we had going on here? So, all right, so Big Gambit's coming up next. Ah, hang on, there's a nice little retweet there. Yeah, I know. I saw Dead Fox was going off as well, dude. So, that was pretty cool. Wow, yeah, got loads of Twitter responses. Okay, good. Right, they're all checked out. Right. So, who do I have winning the big Gambit match? As I said earlier a few times, if you're new to the stream, thanks for dropping by. We have big Gambit coming up. I got Gambit to win that one and to trigger big into the Shadow Realm. And in particular, trigger Smooya. But I got Gambit having a slight edge. Could even be another OT game. Thank you very much for the Twitch Prime, Satan Perker. Really appreciate it. So I think, yeah, what's going to happen here is it could be an overtime. It could be a 16-14. But I got Gambit having a slight edge, basically. That's the plan. That's how I see it going down. So I'm glad, Long Claw, that you missed me at the major. But again, listen, you got to... it's probably a bit weird to talk about, but like you got to... You got to know.
Real question, Rich.
Oh,
what are your thoughts on companies who want EC to fail bankrolling the Mario lawsuit as a way to hurt them?
Interesting. I'll talk about the Mario lawsuit in a little bit. But yeah, you got to know when to step away from stuff. Like people, we talk about this all the time. I think Thorin just did a video about it today. I haven't had time to watch it yet. But it, like about bowing out gracefully and when to walk away. And honestly, it's like, first of all, we've got so much talent coming through in the host position anyway. Why do I need to impose myself upon these events, right? Then you've got obviously the fact that I'm still going to do events and host the odd event because I'm at a production company. One of the things I will do is get on camera from time to time. So there's that. It's not like I'm completely gone from the cameras or whatever. But like I'm more interested in focusing on that part of my career now. Making shows great. Like putting on great events like that PUBG show, hiring talent that people say you shouldn't hire him, like Mustache Dave at PUBG. Off the back of hiring Mustache Dave as our interviewer and showing what a great talent he was. This was a guy who had YouTube videos that had like 1,000 views, and I just knew he was going to be good. I watched his fucking reel, as they call it. And I just knew this guy was going to be good. He had talent. He had something about him. He had an image, and he's going to get better. Off the back of doing that PUBG event, he got hired like for another 3 events. He is now a sideline reporter. Dave did a great job. People are saying Dave could interview. Dave was great in the sideline reporter role. I don't give a fuck what anyone says. And this is what I mean. Dave's going to get better, like, once the fucking braces come off, once he gets a bit more confident, once he gets more events under his belt, Dave's going to be much, much better. Oh, this is nice. Somebody actually, hang on, someone made me a new overlay thing. Right. Thank you very much, Mike's HD. I'm going to change it in just a moment. He's great in that sideline reporter role. And, I did it before when I was at E-League. And I said, hey, Thorin's visa's not ready. We need an entertaining analyst that's going to, like, really put the show over at the start. I think Mo is the guy to pick. And everybody said, what are you doing? Why are you picking Mo? He's just some fucking fat, failed CS player. What are you doing? He's an idiot. Oh, my God. Fuck Mo. I hate his stream. All he does is rage. Go watch those E-League shows with Mo on them, and Mo is fucking great. Mo is sick. Mo was just really, really good on TV, and I felt sad because I would have liked to have had Moses, Mo, and Thorin. That would have been great. Mo knew how to play off the crowd, and again. When you've got the magic eye and you know who's good at shit and you know who's going to shine, that I get more satisfaction out of taking people that people wouldn't expect to see on a broadcast and seeing them shine and do a good job than I get out of me being on a desk and me doing my thing. So, yeah, that's how I feel. So you just gotta know about when to walk away, when to move on to the next challenge, and that's what I do. I build things. When I was at the Daily Dot, I built up a group of before that, when I was at Cadred, I built that up. Then I went to Tech 9. I tried to build that up. Then after that, went to, the Daily Dot. Got all these great young reporters in one place. All my recommendations, all people I'd worked for, all people I'd given jobs to in the past. We absolutely crushed it in esports reporting. Then I took a bit of a risk and I went to Breitbart, right? Which obviously a lot of people say you shouldn't have done. And it haunts me to this day. And then I went to E-League because I wanted to get Counter-Strike on TV and build that up. And now I'm at a production company and I'm building this up. This is what I like to do, build things, So... And I'm glad y'all like the PUBG event, and I like to think I know enough about my audience and the people that watch my shit. Like, listen, we can all joke about it and do esports ready jokes, and we can all joke about like this game, that game. But at the end of the day, like, I'm not snobbish about esports. I'm into all esports. That's what I'm into. So I want all games to succeed. And be good, and I want people to support that. I want Counter-Strike players to watch PUBG events. I want PUBG players to watch Dota events. I want Dota fans to watch CS events. I hate all the tribalism in these sports. I always have. Right, here we go. Why can't I expand this? There we go. Right. It's a little bit stretched, but it does the job. So there you go. We are working on it. Now incorporated officially. So. Yeah, it's like this stuff with Fortnite. You don't have to like the game. But if I ever had the opportunity to go and do a Fortnite event, I'd go and do it. Of course I'd go and do it. I've been doing all different fucking types of esports events for fucking years. I've worked so many different events in so many different games. I did a Heroes of the Storm event. No one remembers. I hosted a Heroes of the Storm event. I just like esports, It's just... Thank you very much there, Milos_4, for 15 months in a row, all except Overwatch. I think Overwatch has still got potential to harm the industry. It's done better than I thought it was going to do. I still think it's been probably more of a fail than a success, but we'll judge it on the next season. So, yeah, I did DreamHack Valencia, Heroes of the Storm. Thanks for the Twitch Prime, Necklord. Really appreciate it, brother. Necklord. Sounds like you could play for Astralis with a name like that, mate. I'll let everyone else join the dots on that one. But yeah, I did a Heroes of the Storm event. I've done a Rocket League event. I did it. I did it for E-League. Oh, you asking? Are we planning one with my new company? Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see, I guess. Yo, and people are going, that's a device joke. Dude, they all got necks. They, as a team, they have got more inch of neck than any other team. And it isn't just device. Like, Glave's got a long neck. Zipnix has a long neck. Like, they got neck, dude. Yeah, and then you got Magisk, who's like, Magisk. Like, they should, if they donated some of their neck to Magisk, they would all look normal again. But That's what they should do. But anyway, thanks for the sub, Necklord. I appreciate it. Right, let's see what's happening on Global Offensive. Do I think I can get some esports people have racing events? We E-League put on a virtual racing event in Vegas during CES. I don't know if people remember it, but we actually did already do that, and we took some of the best players of this game, and we took like actual Formula 2 drivers, I think it was. We had a race. We had a race off for like $1 million. So we've already done that. I think that's a really good concept. So
Rich, did you forget about Shazam?
Did I forget about Shazam? Shazam doesn't have a long neck. Shazam has a swan neck, Detlef. That's the key difference here. And thanks for the sub there, One Hamps, long-standing guy, hanging around the stream. Really appreciate it. But yeah, a swan neck is a technique, shall we say, not an appearance. So, Cheese is Crust says, I'm gonna become a Patreon support. Oh yeah, sorry, Formula E. Thank you, Alan. I'm gonna become a Patreon supporter right now. If you can tell me how I can find out when a BTN is cancelled or delayed. I miss way too many shows. I am sorry that we can't stick to a schedule. Me and Duncan are obviously very busy people. The best way, I think, and you know, don't do this for the Patreon support thing, is probably to follow me on Twitter. I will try and be better about announcing what day we're going to do stuff. I will try and start tweeting out like at least 24 hours in advance now. So, but yeah, if you join the Discord, we put a little, before we go live, we put a thing in the Discord and people ask and we tell them. So hanging in the Discord might help, but I need to be better on that. So I will try and be better.